Why is my chin so red? Hello all. I bet everybody got tired of waiting for me to come back. We'll see. Hey, how are you? I was supposed to be gone like 15-30 minutes, and it took a freaking hour. Text me to come in at 11:30 and then didn't see me till 12:15. Hey, babe. Thank you for the gifts. I'm doing good. The move has been good. A little frustrated with the doctor right this second, but other than that, I'm great. Thank you. I was just talking to my psychiatrist about that. And hey, Tina. She was saying how glad she is that I was able to come back and it's not hard on me and I'm doing so good. I really must be missing something because I only knew about 3 people saying things, and y'all are, I think there's more I don't know about, but thank you. I don't let them get to me. Thank you. Miss Tina, what kind of reading did you want, babe? I'll do the reading and then I'll be back to chat. She paid just as I was leaving, so I got to take care of her. I know. The good side did. Anyway, there was a good side of wanting better for me and doing what I felt was mean at the same time. And then there was the side who literally was trying to trash me and sending money to set me up. And unfortunately, that side was larger. Or had the larger video presence anyway. Thank you, Slim. Do you know that in Genesis and Exodus and Joshua, the Jews did what was called casting lots to get messages from God and make decisions? That's actually in the law for how to choose priests. It's the same thing. Thank you, Ray. Hey, Stacy. True that. You can do a general, Tina, or you can ask me any question you want. Yes. I have ADD and I'm on the autistic spectrum. Yes, I do. He's 15 months. But see, people didn't believe me because I would make stuff up to explain why I was sleeping. It's a stim. I can't help it. He is. Ooh. Miss Tina, you got some options opening up to you, but don't rush into them. Weigh it first. I'm sorry, Tina. He's at daycare. There's a very high emotion, very high tension, and it's going to play a part in these decisions, or the decision making, not these decision making. I do see where rest and healing is needed. I do have the 4 of Swords. I also have the 8 of Swords. So right now you're feeling trapped in those same feelings I just picked up one with the 2nd card. But until you let that go, you're not going to be able to stand in your power. Readings are $10. So I'll show you the cards and explain. This is the World. I am Rissa, thank you. The World is opportunities, new doors opening, options, like having multiple jobs come to you or multiple job offers, things along that line. The Knight of Swords is a card of high emotion. This is usually popping off really quickly because of that emotion and not thinking things through. This is why I'm telling you, if these options come to you, you're going to make the wrong decision if you don't sit in your feelings first. You're a very, very sensitive person, both emotionally and psychically. So when things go bad, you really, really feel those bad things. It's not like a one and done like it would be for most people. I also have the Four of Swords, which tells me you really need to rest and relax. Combined with the Eight of Swords, it tells me there's some healing that's needed for you to find your direction again. You really need to stop being trapped in that hurt. You really need to open up. Once you let go of not just the lingering pain, but you get to where you can function again, then give it a fresh start and try not to go back. As much as possible. That's fine. As much as possible, try not to go back. You have what you need ready and waiting. You know the people you can rely on. You know the things that you can do. You can come back into your power, but we got to get through this emotional thing first. Readings are $10. Payment info is linked in the link tree in the bio. Hey, Krista, how are you? I do have pretty much an open day today because I need to make the money for my phone and rent this week. And that's the way to do it. Well, thank you, Miss Tina. Thank you, Heather. If you're coming in looking for me from earlier, I am so sorry. The doctor had called me or texted me and asked me to come in a half hour early and then came 40 minutes late from my original appointment. Or no, I'm sorry, 40 minutes after she asked, which was like 15 minutes after my original appointment. That was fun. Oh, that sucks. That might be part of the options here, though. Either pushing you to a new job or telling you that if you do this, it's going to open some doors. Thank you, Kay. No, I am not pregnant. It was a false positive. Yes, my tragus was one of my most painful. Thank you. Give me 1 second. I got to take care of this. Yes, my tragus was one of my most painful. Thank you. Give me 1 second. I got to take care of this. You're going to have to get yourself out of your feels first. Your options and your choices are being affected by the emotional state that you're in right now. Whether it be anger, whether it be sadness, whether it be annoyance, the things that you're feeling have you trapped and stuck in this pattern of not just negative thought, but not really making the clearest of decisions. So that's going to be your thing. Try and get these emotions to calm down. Go with the flow until you're in a better place. I see. Guys, moving forward, if you do pay for a reading, please do me a favor and put it in the notes that you're doing it for a reading. What kind of reading would you like? Cooking? No, you're good. But now I know which one. No, you're fine. I haven't been saying it because I didn't expect to get so many so quick. I'll do a general, since that's a pretty fail-proof thing and I don't know what's going on in your life to ask a question. Hello, everybody coming in. Sorry if you were looking for me earlier. Doctor ran way past the time she asked me to be there. say conflict so much as you got a lot coming at you. You feel like you're managing it well, but you should be having help here. Thank you, Bellas. I wonder if this is like work projects. I'm not getting the sense of being attacked, but it is generally illustrated as an attack card. And you're leading yourself to pretty much emotional exhaustion. Yes, I know Jesus loves me very much. I'm actually a very, very well-versed in the Bible Christian. Maybe you should change your name. I think you mean Philippians 4:13, and it says Philippines. Thank you. Alright, I do see you overcoming though. It's not going to be a forever thing. Aww. Thank you. Give me a second, Tina, and I'll talk to you. I do have the Seven of Wands, which is how I know you got a lot going on. As I said, this is generally drawn as a card of being attacked. There's one man with his back standing on a cliff with his back all the way at the edge, and then there's 6 men in front of him with their wands poking at him, and that's where you are. You've just got everything coming in from all sides, and it's just not giving you a rest. It's not giving you a break. Some of this could be mitigated by getting some help from those around you and those that you love, even if it's just an ear to listen. A lot of what you're doing, you're trying to shoulder on your own. You're keeping it to yourself. You're not saying that you need company, or you're not saying you need help, and that's not helping you. It's putting you actually in a really bad place. And in fact, I see a negative emotional payback from this. You've got to open up, talk to people, be truthful about the situations that you're in, and stop being so stubborn and trying to do it by yourself. That is your nature, though. I do have the Queen of Swords. So your nature is do it my way or not at all. And the only person who can do it my way is me. It's not a mean card. It's just one of those very, I know what I want and I want what I want cards. This is the Kawaii deck from Five Below. It can be a little negative sometimes, but I feel like it's just how you are. You're the type you don't want help cleaning your house because nobody cleans it like you do. Thank you. I spent half my life learning. The other thing I feel like is that there is either a partner in your life or a very close emotional bonded person, there's what I should say, who is there to help. And this is the person you should be leaning to. Love would help support you so much. Like I said, even if it's just an ear to listen to, having your partner there to share it with, to cuddle up to cry with, is really going to help you. And if it's not a partner, then whatever closely bonded person you have the most contact with or who lives with you, this person is here to be your support. I also have the Six of Cups, which honestly, it's typically a card of something from the past coming back. So this could be a chance for you to maybe find yourself that you've lost. This is giving you a chance to break some habits and get yourself back to a good cycle. And this is also a chance to reignite old connections. But as I said, I do see a good ending here. I have the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of celebration and overcoming, and the Seven of Wands is a card that tells me that the seeds are planted, the work is being done, you just got to wait it out now. There's not much else you can do except maybe tend your little garden. Hey, Janine. You're welcome. Miss Emily, I think it was an H name. Are you ready? Nelson. It was not an H, it was an N. My vision must still be bad. What kind of reading did you want, hon? That's my bestie you're talking about right there. Like my for real, she helped me get where I am bestie. Okay, I can combine it like that. Oh, yeah, we want a career. 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Hierophant. Ooh. Have you considered going to school to help you further your career? Good luck at court, I'm guessing, for your brother. Yeah. You should. Good luck, babe. He really needs it. This Hierophant is a card of higher learning. Typically, this would have to do with like religious learning, growing in your faith, which, I mean, that could play in here too, maybe. But I got the vibe out of this that you need to focus on that learning. Maybe there's a certificate that you could get, or some other kind of this is a better way. Some other kind of education that would help support your career. But I feel like if you want things to go better, you definitely need to focus on brushing up. Even if it's just going back through what you've learned already in your job, just doing a run through. You need to focus on some learning here. This is where I'm confused, because I know you want career and I know you want a general. And I do kind of get a love thread through here. So I don't know if that's a good thing. I love you too. In your opinion or not. But I do have some cards that would suggest a relationship, or if not a new one starting, then reconnecting in an old one. Hey, babe. So I don't know if that's relevant to a current relationship, if it's relevant to maybe a family relationship, or a new one. But I have the Empress, the 9 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the 7 of Cups all right in a row. The Empress. If you do not want to get pregnant, take precautions. This is female fertility. It is marriage, female commitment, and dedication. Please be safe if you don't want a baby. It's also a very powerful woman who is comfortable in that power and can easily move from dominant to submissive and back. You both wear the pants in the family. Then I have the 9 of Cups. This is a card that's like kind of a dreamy card. It's, I don't want to like get your hopes up and be like, oh, this is great things happening, but it's not bad things either. A reconnection is definitely coming through to me, so maybe reigniting the flame. Maybe spending a romantic evening together. But there is some reimagining that could be done here to spice things up. I also have the Seven of Cups. Maybe ask your partner and see where your ideals combine. Hey, what are your dreams, goals, hopes for the future? I think you'll be surprised that you have a lot in common, and there could be some things that maybe it's time to move on. And then finally, I have the Knight of Cups, which is why I say move on. Hey, Anna. Now, for the career, I do have the King of Pentacles. This could be your partner. This is where I got a little confused. With the Pentacles, it could also be career. But there is a very male, masculine energy involved in helping your career pursuit. As I said, it could be your partner, maybe cheering you on. It could be a boss that you got to suck up to. But there is a very masculine energy that's going to be involved with helping you move forward in this. I would also say with that learning, it is possible that you're looking at a new job completely, possibly a new career path altogether. It is going to take a little work and a little planning. This is not going to be something that you do overnight, but if you keep at it with realistic ideas, goals, and thoughts, it will come through. And I think out of all of this, you're going to find a satisfaction, not just with your finances, but with your life as a whole. I almost wonder if the career that you're in is maybe not doing you so great right now, whether it's a really bad thing or you're just starting to feel uncomfortable in it. I don't know, but that's what I'm picking up. Alrighty, now we can chat while we wait for any other readings. Thank you for the heart me. You're welcome. How's everybody doing coming in? I see it's like it gets up to 70 and then drops. People really do not like it when I do tarot, and I feel bad. I try and make everybody happy. I am doing good, and you? A little frustrated with my doctor, but I'm good. Text means like, oh, can you come in a half hour early, and then ends up being 40 minutes late. So I could have just stayed at my original time and been with you guys while the live was a little more popping. Thank you, Tina. As far as getting rid of the emotions, talk it out, journal, maybe get a counselor or a therapist. That would be the best things I can see. Baby is 15 and a half months. Me too. They can waste our time, but don't waste theirs. You show up 15 minutes late and you don't get seen. They show up 45 minutes late and it's just whatever. I have no plans to, but you have to remember nobody plans a relapse either. I made a promise, though. If I do it, I already know what's going to happen. Now, that I didn't pick up, Miss Tina. It could be trauma. That would be something to work out with a therapist. That's going a little deeper than what tarot can do for you. Thank you, Tori. Thanks, Tori. Part of it is just your nature. That is definitely the Queen of Swords energy that I saw. But honestly, I would talk to somebody about that. Thanks, Leah. Thank you, Wendy. Hey, Dawson. You're welcome. And see, I'm not complaining because I'm grateful for all of you. But this is what TikTok does. I had 100 and some people in here when I left for the bogus appointment. Now I can't break 55. I almost want to restart a live. let's see how it goes. I am good, Gabriella, and you? Thanks for sticking around. I don't know either. They were pushing me out on the FYP. I had people coming who hadn't seen me in ages, and then this. This is as far as it got. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to give it a minute and see if the numbers go up past the 60s. And if they don't, then we'll reset. Well, thanks to your faith, I helped make it through. Baby is doing great. He is in daycare now. It started when I started GED class. Thank God for rehab getting me scholarships. And he's loving it. He has really perked up around the other kids. And then with the move, that's helped. He's doing great. Hey, Nick. Sharing doesn't really help because it doesn't guarantee people to come in, but the likes do help sometimes. And comments. The more active comments and likes are, the more likely you are to be pushed out. Thank you, Angie. Which one? This one or this one? The septum, it does kind of feel like a hair sometimes. Hey, Bussy. No, it was a false positive. That video went viral, and then the one the next morning just didn't. Again, TikTok and its awesomeness. The pregnancy test that I used ended up being recalled. We are doing great, thank you. And how are you? All right, I'm going to go ahead and reset because it's just dropping. I think I just got a bad time. So drop out, give it like 2 minutes, and click my profile picture, and it should be back up, okay? Thank you. Okie doke. So the counter might be glitching. But I'd rather reset and be sure than to not only get people to miss me, but to miss the opportunity to regrow the page, to miss the opportunity to find people who've been looking for me, and just the interaction and chatting. No, I reset. I reset the live. But I would just send the likes if you can, and we'll get through it. Yeah, I've had that happen too. Hey, Kathy. Baby boy is doing great. I've had it be off by as much as 100 people, depending on how large the viewership is. And right now, I see all of you chatting, and it says there's 17 people in here. And I bet you right now, if all of you sent an emoji, one emoji, I would count more than 21. Oh, there it goes. They fixed it. Thank you for the follow. And for those who are interested in tarot, today I kind of have at least 6 spots open. At least. Maybe more. We'll see. But at least 6 spots are open for readings. So take advantage while you can. And don't forget, tomorrow and Thursday I'll be on in the afternoon instead of the morning. So look for me around this time as opposed to 11. Readings are $10, and the link tree has my payment info. And for anyone wondering or curious or whatever, all money goes to the rent, the baby, and running the house. So no worries there. I have 6 other roommates, but I have my own room. We just share the common areas. Well, thank you. If you think that's crazy, you should have lived with me at the rehab. There was 40 women plus at least that many children. This is nothing compared to that. And they're making room to bring in more. Baby boy is doing great. He's at daycare today. I didn't look. Sometimes I see him in the door because he likes to sit there and watch the traffic. It's a much bigger house, believe me. It's not like we're crammed into a normal everyday home, but it was a lot. What aliens, Tina? I'm hoping it's not political. Yeah, me too. Bullshit. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, Ace, I got you. Hello again. Sorry I had come back, but my doctor ran over and it was a whole mess. Yeah, I'm going to call bullshit on talking to aliens, whether they're there or not. No, aliens are not going to talk to psychics. They're just doing clickbait. What kind of reading, Ace? Keep in mind, guys, you don't have to leave while I'm doing readings. As soon as it's done, I come back to chatting. And if you want a reading, I have 5 more slots open at least. I'll be here about another hour or so. So get it in if you want it. Also, please put it in the notes that it's for a reading. I've had people send tips. I've had people send donations. And I've had people send for readings. And it causes confusion. So please note what it's for. Okie dokie, sir. Thank you. Ooh. Those don't go. I already feel that. First 2 cards are telling me you need to stop saving every penny and start having some fun. Okay. Now, I say every penny, but it could be your time as well. I see a lot of saving, a lot of pushing away, a lot of locking out, probably because of anxiety, whether it's of losing it or of saying the wrong thing. Definitely some negative emotions attached to it. But you need to stop cutting yourself off. If it is money, you need to stop saving every penny. You need to get out and have some fun. Don't be afraid to spend on yourself or the things you want or need. If it's time, don't be afraid to spend time with those that you love and care about and for. That's what we're here for. That is it. To love and care about everybody. I also have the Fool, which is what makes me keep saying have fun. I feel like whatever the savings here is, you're cutting yourself out of a good time. You're cutting yourself out of a good life. I know you've worked hard for what you have. You do. You have. Now's the time to kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy what you've earned. Whether, again, it be money, time with your family, what have you. You've already put in the work. You are okay to take some time and do what you need to do. Thank you. I also have the Nine of Swords, which is why I thought maybe some anxiety or negative emotion attached to this. There's definitely a sense of fearing not enough, or perhaps a fear of having not had enough before and now you're too stingy with it because you don't want to lose it again. That kind of feeling. I also have the Judgment card. Nobody is mad at you for what you've been doing. Nobody is upset. Nobody is going to turn away from you. Everybody is willing and ready to give you a second chance. At least most everyone. The ones that matter. Mainly and namely your family and the friends you consider family. Once again, I have that Nine of Cups. If there's a family gathering of sorts, a little party, wedding, get together, attend that. That would be a good way to get out. Or same with friends. Start going out and having fun. Start spending your time wisely, spending your money wisely, and stop shutting yourself away. What happens from here out is up to you and entirely up to you. That's all I can say. Hello, hello, hello. I must have hit a sore spot. You're welcome. I feel like this is why I stopped tarot too. Not only the negativity, but I feel like that's not what people want to see. Every time I do a reading, everybody leaves. But yeah, I saw people come in. The doctor asked me to come in at 11:30. Didn't show up until 12:15. I'm sorry for the hold up. Well, thank you for saying that, Krista. Thanks, Kimberly. I don't know why either, but it dropped from 80s to 50s. It makes me feel like people just don't want to see it, but I don't know what else to do to keep the bills flowing. God help me, I'm not always going to be on here saying, hey, I need help like I did that one day. And I've been very careful, at least in my mind, I've been very careful to not say anything that would make people feel like they had to give. I've been very careful to not toe that line, or very careful to toe that line. Yep, it has not worked for me. Thanks, Hales. But that's the funny part. That's where I started. Like, if that's where I'm stuck. That is how I started. Yep, so you know how it feels. I am too. It is. I had to up my readings way high because I have rent and my phone bill this week. And the first thing I thought is people are going to think that I'm doing bad things again. And the second thing I thought was nobody's going to want a reading because they're going to assume that. And sure enough, I've been short on readings yesterday and so far today. And I think it's entirely from negative thinking. I woke up assuming the worst was going to happen, so the worst happened. Hey, Brandy. I'm working on it. The people don't seem to like battles either. The last time I did that, I was down to 20 people in my live. Hey, Mama. Hey, Addison. No, you're good, Krista. Mostly, I'm just saying I don't understand where it's from. It's definitely hard. One of the things I'm working on. He is now 15 months. It is Tuesday. Thank you, babe. Thanks, Mama. Also, he is 15 months and I'm almost 16 months sober. Exactly. I've noticed that too. I'm still in that boat too, Krista. It's just finally starting to feel like it's getting better. Hey, Sarah, thank you. I feel ya. Losing that sense of strong structure has thrown me off, but I'm keeping busy. I'm feeling happy again and just waking up happy. And you know what else I found out or realized is, you know how when you were little and your day was long? I'm actually in an Oxford house, but yes, I love it. Thank you. When your days were long and you were all played out and you climbed in your bed and the sheets were so cool and soft and nice and nothing was wrong in your world and you could just close your eyes and go to sleep. Oh, thank you for the fireworks. Thank you. He still wakes up. That's what I did. And I got the vibe to just hang out with you guys today, so I am. I go to sleep, and that's the feeling I get. I just slide in the blankets. There's not a fear. I do my prayers, and then me and the baby cuddle up and go to bed. I'm not... When people ask me a question or bring an accusation or what have you, my first impulse is not to lie. It's just pure honesty no matter what's going to happen. I'm not... how do I put this? I'm not thinking the worst of myself or others as like I used to. I'm not expecting the worst. I can look you in the face while you talk to me now. Oh, thank you, Adam. Oh, thank you, Sonny. These are so cute. I'm seeing the change in me and I like it. Some of these changes I've never had in my life. It became a defense mechanism to lie because it kept me from getting my ass beat. And they didn't believe me anyway, so what was the point of telling the truth? Thank you, Janelle. Absolutely. I do feel safe. Thank you, Karma. And yes, they're 4 months apart, Krista. He'll be 16 months on the 1st. I can't believe I'm saying that. And I'll be 16 months sober on the 30th. Or, wait. There is no 30th this month. So this month, 29, 30. It's actually going to fall on March 2nd to be the typical 30 days. Mine was November 1st, 2023. So the Oxford house is pretty much like, so it's a sober living house. It is the lowest tier of care that there is. There is nowhere else I could go once I leave here that would provide me accountability and drug tests. I am free to come and go when I please, so long as I'm in by curfew. I feel yes. I'd like to hang out with a lot of you guys, believe it or not, for real. I cook my own meals. I can buy my own food. There are no real rules except go to my meetings, be at the house meeting every week, and test clean when I'm tested. No, I let go of the apartment when I went in rehab. I was there 3 months before I realized I wasn't going back to Baltimore and just let it go. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. I actually even stopped going on overnights to Baltimore because it was too much for me. There is no time limit at Oxford House. I just moved in, and you could stay here forever if you wanted. I don't want to, but just saying. Well, thank you, babe. That means a lot. I definitely walked in here not prepared. Ideally, I had 6 other housemates. Thank you, Krista. I'm good, and you? I should have had a job in line first, and I should have had a little bit of money saved first. But I'm glad that I didn't wait, because I wouldn't have gotten in here. And I would have missed a lot, including finding me. Amen, Mommy. Thank you. Nope, there are 3 other kids besides mine. And with drug testing. And a curfew. I'm trying. Thank you, Jamie. They do, too. Oh, man gets giggling with them. Thank you. I feel good, too. That's the best part. And I'm not going to lie. When I would do good readings for other people, I was always a little bit jealous because I'm like, why isn't that me? Why can't I have this good luck? And now I'm realizing it's not luck. You got to work hard for what you have. He's at daycare. He goes to daycare Monday to Friday. But, what the hell was I just going to say? Oh, when you're an addict, you kind of tend to forget. You know, all you see is money when you look at people. And you don't think about how they got that money. You just want it. You just take it. And that took a while to get back into the idea that you earn that. You bust your butt for that. Thank you, Dana. I'm already familiar with the neighborhood, so it's just been like coming home. In fact, when I first came to this area to do business, I felt like I needed to live in this part. Have a thick skin, Maddie, because haters are going to hate on every little thing you do and they get real rude. Other than that, just have at it. Do what you like. Thank you, Chan. Sure, Danielle. I'm good, and you? You're welcome. Hell, when I started, it was the craziest. I did lip sync videos and TikTok and tarot. That was all I did. And it took me several months of creating to even get to tarot. I asked for 1,000 for my birthday and was blessed to get it. That was how I got my lives. Baby boy is doing good. He's at daycare. Putting together sentences now. Almost can walk with just by himself. He is to the point where he can hold one hand now. Thank you, Michelle. I am. I'm doing the best I've maybe ever done. And don't forget, guys, just because I am talking, there are still reading spots available. I have no limit on them, really. It's just a time limit rather than spot limit. $10 a reading. Linktree is in the bio. Whatever you send, please note what it is for so that I can differentiate and have at it. We can also just talk. It's up to you, but bills need paying. I got to say it. Thank you, babe. Hi, Amanda. Yeah, I don't see your question yet either. Well, thank you. It depends on what you did. If you did F, I would just go to methadone. That's the best thing for it. If you're coming off methadone, I would talk to your doctor. They would be the ones to know better than me. But sometimes even after days, it's still too soon. It's a very touchy thing. Not yet, Savage. I'm still in school for my GED and looking for work. Hello, user. I would definitely just do methadone. They do expect that you're not going to just stop with the first dose, But once they get you comfortable, I can tell you from experience, it goes away. The cravings stop. You don't feel sick. You'll know. You'll just feel like a human. Thank you, Robin. It does, Danielle. I hit the scale that said it should be good, and I still went into precipitated. Well, I hope I could give advice on how to be human again, Danielle. Holy cow. Thank you, hon. I don't feel that way. I feel like there's more people doing better than me than I am ever going to be able to do. Well, thank you, Danielle. You can do this, I promise. Put the effort into it that you put into chasing your substance, and you will be amazed at how quickly it goes. You just have to want it as bad as you want it to use. That's the best tip I can give you. I am proud. I just know there's people who've done even better than me. Excuse me. Although I do want to clarify, people have said that the garage was the source of my issue. It was not. I was already in full-blown addiction when I started working there, and they actually pushed me to stop. So I would say the garage was actually a good influence in some ways. Thank you, Amanda. And to all of you, if you're here struggling, have questions, what have you, my DMs are open. I may be a little slow now that school's coming back, but I will answer. Baby boy is being good and doing good and growing good. You're welcome, Danielle. It did at first, but it's one of the quickest to heal and didn't last long. You're welcome. Probably. I don't know. No, don't let me guarantee, because I do have some dark spots there. So this part, I did not feel at all. I felt the bottom and thought they were joking when they said they were done. Hey, Bubbles. Baby is doing great, Amanda. How are you? Oh, wow. I started methadone on October 26th. Finally, was still not stable when I went into the hospital to have the baby on the 30th. I had just hit 45 milligrams. And in the hospital, I told them what was up. They gave me 5 milligrams extra every 4 hours until we hit where I was straight, and then medically supported the rest. Because honestly, you can't let withdrawal happen when you're pregnant. It causes serious problems for the baby. Thank you. I always said I would never use pregnant, but I did. You have to do it for you. The way that I see it is I have to be the best me for my baby to have the best life. I always said I did it for my baby, and people said, no, that's not true. And they were right. Nope. I had an epidural and ended up in an emergency C-section and a hemorrhaging. It is. And I can tell you right now, if that baby would have had to go through that, I don't know if I would have survived. Mine had to keep being refilled at the back. The pump wasn't enough, and it was bad. They say an epidural doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, but I can tell you every time they did it and gave me a new dose, within 15, 20 minutes, I'd be sound asleep. Ooh, that's bad. Baby boy is good, thank you. Yep, we're just tinkering now. I'm still getting a little bit of sweats and runny nose, and we're trying to think. Excuse me, I'm burping. They're trying to decide if it's actually withdrawals or side effects. So that's where we're at now. But for the most part, I'm stable. It would be. And I would rather be pregnant on that than what I was doing. Oh, I know, babe. I've been on both sides. Most people don't know that. I'm on 70 milligrams split, 40 in the morning, 30 in the evening. No, I'm not. And I had a false positive a couple months ago, but that's it. I had a baby 16 months ago almost. Thanks, Ash. Medication-assisted treatment for addiction. I have every other day take-homes. They let me, it's supposed to be 2 weeks before you're considered for that, but because I've done so good, they let me start with every other day, and we're going to reassess every week. Baby's doing good, Ash. I do want more kids, but when things are better. Thank you, Beans. I'm good, and you? I know. I'll be 16 months sober on the 2nd of March. It should be the 30th, but there's no 30th this month. I definitely didn't want 2 under 2. I know that. When they said I was pregnant at the first, and that's what we thought was true, oh my God, that was the worst news anybody could have given me. Thank God it was a false. I wouldn't do it then. I'm glad to hear that, Ash. Thank you, N. Hey. And there's no way that I would put myself in a position of raising a newborn physically by myself. Dad helped as much as he could with anything else I needed, but he couldn't be at the rehab. Well, thanks, Sarah. Thank you, Lee. Anybody coming in, too, I'm going to take a second to announce it. I do have open tarot spots. I have to raise my numbers this week because I got to pay the phone, too. So as much as I can get in, the better. Readings are $10, and Linktree has the payment info in it. Yeah, I'd say about 3 to 4 is probably good for me, too. You were crazy. Thank you, Knight. I'm actually at an Oxford house. And sorry, I'm pacing. It's how I stay focused. I cannot sit still. That seems like a good space. I had 6 years between me and my sister, and it was too much. It's like a sober living, and I have to pass tests to stay here. 1 use, and I'm gone. That is a lot. You learned real quick, huh, G? I feel for all of you. I really do. Yes, I am. Yep, that's why I think it's a good age. It seems to be close enough to be friends, but not so close that it's a burden in a way that's going to push your limits. That's a big space. But I would say it probably has their own unique bond because of it, don't they? Yeah, I would wait then. Thank you, Drew. I am doing great. How are you guys? This is why we're watching to figure out what it is. Thank you, country. Good luck, Justice. I loved to help with my sister until I was forced to help with it, and then I didn't like it. Thank you, Lost. No. I see you, Brandy. If it's not coming through, it's probably something TikTok is doing. Try typing it a different way. Or rephrasing it. Aw, got a grandbaby too. I had my first at 35. Well, a month before I turned 35. And so by the time it's time to think about a second, I'm going to be pushing 40. So you know what it's like, Jess. It sucks. I had my first. He was born November 1st and my birthday was December 15th. So I was 24 when he was born, but it's not as risky as it used to be, but it's just in my head that the risks are there. It is. I wish I had done mine sooner. Yes, Brandy. 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Evening time. That's what wigs me out. Y'all, people my age are waiting for grandbabies, and I'm like, here's my toddler. You would have to ask your doctor, but most likely, if you're having trouble with it not lasting, they could. That's what I want, a boy and a girl, and then I'm done. Hey, Nan, thank you. Nope. You can go right in and start it. It is not going to work immediately. It will take them a while to adjust, so they do expect use, but you can start it right now. I don't know what it is currently, Savage. It was supposedly good last time. And if I hadn't written them about how my blood sugar was, they wouldn't have even known that I had diabetes. Oh, happy belated birthday. Oh, give me 1 second. I have to answer